to the program, everybody. Tyrone Bowman live. You all know I'm your boy, Tyrone Bowman. Welcome to the program. The program that it has been designed to speak directly, primarily to Black America and the Black audience. Why? Because the majority of my subscribers, let's just face it, they're Black. So I make sure that my analysis, my commentary, and everything that I do is not only intellectual, but I break it down in everyday language so my people, everyday people, middle class people across America, we can all understand together. With everything that's happening with the runoff to the White House, Republicans are doing everything that they possibly can to make sure that Donald Trump loses this election. And what do I mean? Instead of trying to make things easier and better and more enticing for people to vote for Donald Trump, these idiots decided it would be a great idea to introduce another lawsuit to block President Biden's student loan debt relief plans. So how well is that going to work out for you? You tried redistricting, gerrymandering, constantly making new laws. You can't go back to the Jim Crow racist segregated laws of the past and try to bring about the litmus test and things of that nature to try to stop Black people from voting. So what do? You try to make it hard. You call yourself making it hard for us, actually making it hard for your own people, stupid. You don't even want your own people to have relief. So you'll do everything that you possibly can to try to stop Black people from getting relief. According to an article in CNN, the headline reads, Republican-led states file new lawsuit to block Biden's student loan relief plan. So according to CNN, a group of 7 Republican states filed a fresh lawsuit Tuesday, seeking to block new student loan forgiveness plans that the Biden administration expected to start rolling out this fall. How dumb thou art. The majority of the borrowers in the nation are white people, contrastly different than to the number of Black people who borrow money. And somehow you idiots in Congress think this is a good plan. You're imbeciles, nitwits, dim-witted. Jim Jordan, you're in a lot of trouble yourself. You all think people's memories are very short and very thin. To all the MAGA Trumpites out there, we have never forgotten how you all treated President Barack Obama when he became president of the United States of America. You don't think Black people are going to come out in mass and vote for Kamala Harris? Somebody has told you wrong. So all the insults, all the name calling, all the derogatory things that senile, old, relic past Donald Trump is using, it's not going to work. All he does is insult, badger, insult, badger. The stock is falling so fast in the so-called Truth Social platform, and you all just don't seem to get it. People are tired of the ish. They're tired of the bull. They're tired of a Republican-led Congress, do-nothing Congress, that just simply obstructs every day of the week. You want investigation into the Biden, investigation into the dog, investigation into the cat, investigation into any and everything that you think that's going to work for you, you know? So you think it's going to work for you. In actuality, it's working against you. And you all can't stand it when an articulate, independent thinking, consciously awakened Black man just tells you what to do. Stick it. So let's get back to the article. The lawsuit marks up yet another legal challenge to President Joe Biden's student loan policies and could potentially tie up his latest effort to deliver debt relief before the November election. Just create an executive order. Do the same thing Donald Trump did. Just write one executive order after another, override them. Currently, Biden's student loan repayment plan, known as SAVE, or Saving on a Value Education, is blocked while litigation plays out at the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, and the president's sweeping one-time student loan forgiveness program was knocked down by the Supreme Court last year. thanks to Uncle Remus Clarence Thomas, who used affirmative action to get to where he was, and then he just set the whole house on fire so nobody else could come behind him. At issue in the latest lawsuit is a set of proposals that the Department of Education started drafting soon after the Supreme Court rejected the Biden administration's program. The new plans are meant to deliver narrow student loan forgiveness that could withstand legal challenges. One of the provisions would cancel accumulated interest for people with federal student loan balances bigger than what they originally borrowed. Check this out. The majority of these Republicans borrowed money to make it through school. They hollered and screamed about the COVID relief debt program, yet they took the money. And now they're trying to take credit for all the initiatives and gains that the Biden administration has made. They were dead set against the infrastructure trillion-dollar program, yet they try to take credit for it. What hypocrisy. What blatant hypocrisy. And the only news outlet that really will listen to Trump is Fox News, the racist and bigoted network. So you know they don't have a damn thing good to say about anybody black, and the one token black person that they have over there, they make him shut up and just sit there while all the verbiage is being sent out and spilled out every day against his own people, and they dare him to open up his mouth. See, I couldn't work for Fox. I'd cuss them all out. Live on the air. And then stick up my middle finger right in their faces, and I'd quit. Live on television. They would have the right one. I could never work for CNN because I'm not a boy. I'm a grown behind man. And I'm not going to have somebody with putting an earpiece in my ear telling me what to say and how to say it. It ain't going down like that, you know? It doesn't matter with me whether you think I'm a liar or not. I really don't give a damn. I'll say what I want when I want to say it. Fox News, the racist and bigoted network. They never have nothing good to report about black people. Nothing. Got one Uncle Tom black man working there, and that's it. So one of the provisions would cancel accumulated interest for people with federal student loan balances bigger than what they originally borrowed. The full amount of interest would be canceled for borrowers whose annual income is $120,000 or less. Others could receive up to $20,000 in debt relief. About 23 million people would benefit from the interest cancellation under the proposed rule, according to the Department of Education. Now, this is what gets me. The billionaires, they all want tax cuts over and over and over again. When Barack Obama became president, he saved the failing, almost nearly bankrupt auto industry. Did he get a thank you for that? No. Ingratitude, every step of the way. They insulted him, they insulted his wife, they insulted his dog, they insulted his mother-in-law, they insulted his children. And he was classy enough to handle it with dignity and grace. But that's how he handles things. I handle it differently. I'm not going to allow people just to say any type of verbiage out of their mouth toward me and think I'm not going to retort. Doesn't go down like that. And y'all can't stand, especially you mega racist, bigoted Republicans, y'all can't stand any black man who's independent, thinking, awoke, and consciously awakened. Y'all don't like folk like me, but I could care less. Doesn't matter to me. So keep the comments coming. I told you, I got a great big jar can of hater aid juice for all of y'all. By the gallons for you all to drink. Because you're haters. You think your hate is going to stop somebody from going forward. You think your hate is going to move the pendulum further and swing in your direction. You think that your hate and bitterness and your racism and your bigotry is going to work toward consciously awakening people. No, it's not going to work. That time is over. Passivity from black folk is over. Bowing down to white folk is over. Saying yes, sir, and all that kind of crap is finished. It's done with. So the dumb Republicans are hurting even their own constituency by filing lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit because you don't want any black people to get student loan debt relief so you'll stop your own constituency. You need to take that old relic, Mitch McConnell, and throw him out to trash as well. Senile, decrepit, dried up. You bring him before the camera. He walks real slow, speaks methodically. He's on some type of medication all the time. But because he's a senator, you think he should stay in power. At least I have some respect for Senator Lindsey Graham. At times, he will be objective and take a neutral position on some issues. So now, 23 million people would benefit from the interest cancellation under the proposed rule, according to the Department of Education. And in the email sent to borrowers in August, the department said it would start delivering this debt relief in the fall. The cost of the interest cancellation is estimated to total $73 billion. You got some CEOs who make that kind of money every year. This set of student loan relief proposals have gone through a lengthy rule-making process, but have yet to be finalized. The lawsuit claims that the plaintiffs have obtained documents showing the Department of Education intends to provide some of the student debt relief as early as this week, and that this would violate a statute prohibiting the Education Secretary from implementing a rule sooner than 60 days after its publication. That's a lie. It was Jim Jordan, the Speaker of the House, with his phony press conference showing animus toward Vice President Kamala Harris. We're not going to stand for this. We're going to file a lawsuit. We want an injunction to stop her from becoming the presidential nominee. He knew damn well that that so-called crap wasn't going anywhere anyway. It's called political posturing. That's what it's called. Political posturing. All day and all night. Kamala Harris knows the game. She can play it well. And you all think that Donald Trump is going to grind her up in Philadelphia during the debate. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. She's not President Biden. She's fully alert. All her faculties are intact, intelligent, articulate. The prosecutor versus whatever he wants to call himself these days. So the lawsuit claims that the plaintiffs have obtained documents showing the Department of Education intends to provide some of the student debt relief as early as this week, and that this would violate a statute prohibiting the Education Secretary from implementing a rule sooner than 60 days after its publication. Quote, we successfully halted their first two illegal student loan cancellation schemes. I have no doubt we will secure yet another win to block the third one. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, who is leading the lawsuit, said in a statement, Andrew Bailey, you're a liar. You know there's nothing illegal about what President Biden is doing. But another, as always, you try to appease that certain base, that MAGA base, that Andrew Jackson bigot base, because you think it's going to help you win the presidential election. So the Department of Education declined to comment on pending litigation because they're smart. Even though Biden's sweeping student loan forgiveness got blocked or knocked down by the Supreme Court, his administration has still canceled, listen, despite the blockage by the Supreme Court, the Biden administration has still canceled more loan debt than under any other president, mostly by using existing programs. His administration has made it easier for certain groups of borrowers, such as public sector workers, including teachers, disabled borrowers, and people who were defrauded by four nonprofit colleges, Trump University, to qualify for student loan debt forgiveness. So far, nearly 4.8 million people have seen their federal student debt canceled under Biden, totaling $165 billion. So keep the hate coming, Trump supporters. Love you. Keep the hate coming every time I come on by the hundreds. Make it possible, make it happen. Love you all, even though you hate me, I hate you right back. Never surrender, never quit.